Belichick has only been the North Carolina head coach for just over a week, and he has been tearing the transfer portal to shreds. Hello, everyone. My name is Nathan. I am one half of your Hill Brothers, and it's been a wild time for North Carolina fans over the last week as Bill Belichick has come into the program, has put his stamp on the program, has got into recruiting, has got into transfer portal recruiting, and has had a lot of transformational moves throughout this North Carolina roster over the last few days now. But there's been so much stuff going on. It has just been a long list of news feeds consistently showing transfers going out, transfers coming in, transfers hitting in, going into the portal and withdrawing their names. We have a couple people that have declared for the NFL draft from Carolina. So I want to take the time right now to break down each of one of these players, from the people that have transferred out, the people that transferred out and then withdrew their names, and the current transfers that we have coming in to Chapel Hill this fall. Let's start with the ones that have transferred out, and a couple of them have actually landed some brand new homes. Opening up with the first person that hit their name into the portal, offensive lineman Eli Sutton. He has currently committed to Austin, PA, to play over there. I had running back Jordan Louis, who is still in the transfer portal. Zach Greenberg, the offensive lineman, is also in the transfer portal right now as we speak. Running back Caleb Hood is still in the portal. Connor Harrell is in the portal, quarterback Connor Harrell, and offensive lineman Andrew Rosinski has now found a brand new home, and Georgia Tech, staying in the ACC. A backup offensive lineman for us looks to find some playing time over there in Georgia Tech. Also, the next one, this is one to keep an eye on because we're not quite sure if this name is going to go into the withdrew list pretty soon, maybe so, but defensive lineman Travis Shaw. He has announced that he's in the portal. He was at Bill Belichick's press conference in his introductory, and currently still sits in the transfer portal as we speak today. Next is offensive lineman Howard Sampson, who played left tackle for us primarily throughout the season. He has now committed to Texas Tech as of, I believe it was yesterday. Kicker Noah Burnett hit the portal, and he is still currently sitting in the portal. Offensive lineman Jakiah Leftwich just entered the portal a couple days ago, and he is still in the portal. And also wide receiver Gavin Blackwell put his name into the transfer portal as well. These are all guys that have hit the portal and either found a brand new home or are still sitting in the portal right now as we speak. And as these people start to get some homes, some brand new homes, or they withdraw, we will definitely try to update you guys as much as possible on that. Now let's go to the transfers that hit the portal, but when Bill Belichick decided to arrive up in Chapel Hill, they withdrew their name. Starting off with offensive lineman Austin Blaski, the transfer they got from Georgia last year. Played center for us majority of the season, outside of the times that he was injured. I thought he played very well at the center position, and he looks to finish out his last year eligibility right here at Carolina under Bill Belichick. Also, and this is a big one for North Carolina, offensive lineman Aiden Banfield. This is a guy that comes in as a true freshman and just lit the world on fire. He hit the portal as well, but withdrew his name after everything that Bill Belichick's been talking about. Banfield, at the very end of Bill Belichick's introductory press conference, announced that he was withdrawing his name from the transfer portal. But the next guy, this is the biggest one that we've had so far, and this is linebacker Amari Campbell. This guy has showed true promise, a great young stud, a linebacker. At the time that he withdrew his name, he was the highest ranked linebacker in the transfer portal at the time. I don't know what the landscape looked like, but Amari Campbell is a pretty daggum good linebacker, and it is so good to have him back in Carolina because he is going to continue to wreck shop like he has been doing. And also, as we got word just the other day, wide receiver Kobe Paysor hit the portal, but decided to withdraw his name. And he's a guy that I think is just a great multi-tool. He's been all over the field for us. He's done some really good work. Unfortunately, has had some injuries to both of his feet, and the same injury to both of his feet in back-to-back years. but was able to come back this year, start to make more of an impact, and it is good to see him back inside of Carolina. Now, we have had 3 North Carolina Tar Heels that have declared for the NFL draft, starting off with defensive back Stick Lane, Antavius Stick Lane. I think he was out of eligibility, if I remember correctly, and so he has decided to put his name in the NFL draft. Also, running back Omarion Hampton. I cannot wait to see what this kid's able to do on Sundays. He is an amazing rock star, man. He is awesome. Thank you so much for everything you did for Carolina, Omarion. Running that backfield. I just wish he was able to, get you into some places where you were playing in really big time games, man. But he's going to be awesome. And I really hope one of these teams that are Super Bowl contenders are able to get him, and he's able to go get him a Super Bowl ring. I think that would be awesome. Maybe he can link up over there with the Patriots and Drake. That'd be awesome too. They could use a guy. They could really use a guy right now. But also, defensive lineman Javari Ritzy is the other one who has declared for the NFL draft. Javari Ritzy, a guy that was kind of potential wasted up until this last year. This last year, he did an amazing job. Got himself a pick 6 against Virginia. He just had a rock star of a year from start to finish. Hopefully those guys go well in the NFL draft, and hope to see them on some NFL rosters right here pretty soon. But now is the time to talk about the transfers that North Carolina and Chapel Bill have been able to secure over the last, since the 16th on Monday. I'm recording this on the 19th, and currently right now we have 7 for today as we speak on the 19th. Transfers coming in. So let's start off with offensive lineman out of Holy Cross, Christo Kelly. He is a 6'4", 305-pound grad transfer offensive lineman with 1 year of eligibility left. He was all Patriot League, and he's had 778 snaps at center. Looks to be a pretty solid piece. Can't wait to see how he does on this offensive line with the couple of offensive linemen or few offensive linemen that we've had to leave in the portal. We definitely need some O-linemen. Good to pick up a piece like that. I think he'll bring that dog in him as well. Also, and this guy I can already tell is going to be my absolute favorite. I love his look. He reminds me, for some reason, of people remember this from the old Rams days, like 2000 to 2006. Pisa Tinoi Samoa. He reminds me of this guy, but defensive lineman, and I really hope I'm going to say this dude's name right, Melkart Abu Jaoudi, or Jaod, I think is how you say that. He is coming from the Delaware Blue Hens. He is a 6'5", 260-pound defensive lineman, edge rusher, with 2 years of eligibility remaining. Cannot wait to see what this guy does. He, in this past season, in his junior year, was given all-conference honorable mentions, and he finished the season with 24 tackles and 9.5 tackles for loss in 6.5 sacks. You look at this dude's film, he's extremely fast off the edge. I cannot wait to see what he's able to do, and that is a definite big plus for our D-line room. That is for sure. Moving on to tight end Connor Cox out of South Carolina. He is a 6'6", 242-pound tight end with 3 years of eligibility left. He redshirted this past year. He played in, I believe, 2 games where he was able to secure a touchdown pass. I think he caught 1 pass for a touchdown in, I can't remember exactly what game against South Carolina he played in, but did that. Big guy, kind of the same build of a Bryson Nesbitt, has got 3 years of eligibility left. You'll be able to bring him in along with a Jake Johnson, bring him in as you hope to have Bryson and John Copenhaver back for another year. And it's just going to continue to build up that tight end room. Our tight end room has been one of the best in the country over the last few years. And it looks like that trend is going to potentially keep on rolling. Next up is kicker Adam Samaha, I think. I hope I'm saying this dude's name right. I apologize if I am. but he is coming from the University of Michigan. He is a 5'11", 195-pound kicker with 3 years of eligibility left. Michigan had a big-time kicker announce that he was going to be returning, and Adam decided to throw his name in the transfer portal, and a couple days later, this man's a Tar Heel. We lost Noah Burnett, as we talked about earlier, in the transfer out, so it's good to have another kicker, and this guy was rated one of the best in the country in his recruiting class. It's going to be interesting to see how he does. He has only kicked one field goal that I know of, and I believe he made it, so we're good. I think we're good there. If that's the case, he's 100%, so stats are good with me. I think let's roll with him. Next up, defensive lineman C.J. Mims out of East Carolina University. Now, this one's a little bit interesting because he announced that he was going to Wake Forest. Then Clawson stepped down. He decided to flip to Carolina today, as the day I am recording this video. He is a 6'2", 305-pound tackle with 2 years of eligibility left. In the 2024 season, he recorded 23 tackles on 2.5 tackles for loss and 2 sacks in the season. You're losing Jabari Ritzie, potentially Travis Shaw. We will see how that ends up playing out, but good to have another guy. He's from the area, a North Carolinian. It's good to bring some guys home, that's for sure, and give some more depth to that defensive lineman room. And we know Bill Belichick's not going to pass up on a defensive player. He's looking at a lot of them in the portal right now. This list could grow exponentially over the next couple of days. Moving on to a guy that comes from a place that I didn't think was going to be transferring to a place like North Carolina, but with Chapel Bill, anything is possible, it would seem. Offensive lineman Miles McVay. I'm a McVay fan. I'm a Los Angeles Rams fan, so I like the last name. Let's go. He is out of Alabama. He is a 6'6", 350-pound offensive lineman with 3 years of eligibility left. In the 2024 season, he played all 12 games on special teams, but also saw, I think, an upward of 90 snaps on the line of scrimmage as well. Young guy, really big dude. He's a twin. He's a tower, man. We saw that. It's good to have a guy like that on the team at 350 pounds. I mean, it's good to see people coming from programs like Alabama or Georgia from Austin Blaskey's side coming to North Carolina. Can't wait to see how he develops, and hopefully this thing goes good. I got faith in the kid, though. And the last but not least, quarterback Ryan Brown out of Purdue. He is a 6'4", 210-pound quarterback with 3 years of eligibility left. He appeared in 8 games this past season with 2 starts. In those games, he completed 56.6% completion percentage, 532 yards of passing, and 241 yards of running. I am very excited to see what happens here. As we know, North Carolina got the Bryce Baker commitment. Bryce Baker's coming to North Carolina. You still in the quarterback room, still as we speak right now. Once you add Ryan, you got Ryan, Bryce Baker, Michael Merdinger, Jacoby Criswell, Max Johnson. You have all these guys in that quarterback room. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. I know Bill Belichick was also going after a quarterback in the portal from Charlotte, the Purdy kid that actually played against North Carolina. So that quarterback room looks like it's going to be very, very interesting next year for Bill Belichick. A lot of options to be able to pick from. But Brown is a guy that is a dual threat, showed a lot of promise in his games. He did have 2 interceptions on the year as well, but it looks like he's going to have a ton of promise. But North Carolina and Bill Belichick are heavy at work. Michael Lombardi said it on Pat McAfee. If you want to go to the NFL and you're trying to get to the NFL and you want to go to a professionally built program that's going to be a pipeline to the NFL, come to North Carolina. Rob Gronkowski said the same thing. Go to Carolina. Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, the people of the world are saying, go to Carolina. If you want to get coached by one of the greatest head coaches, if not the greatest head coach of all time, and have your name put in that pipeline to the NFL. Or honestly, even if you're not going to be making it to the NFL, it's going to be a professional build program. Go learn to be a professional from one of the best. This is absolutely exciting. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about these transfers coming in. Tell me who you're looking forward to. Tell me some of the names that you want to see withdraw from the transfer portal. Like for me, I want Travis Shaw to come back. He played really well this year. He did some really good things. And depending who they have on the D-line, if they were to keep a Ted Monachino, I think that thing's going to go pretty well. I think Travis Shaw could really use a year or two up under Belichick. I think that would be awesome. But I'm excited for it. Belichick's working hard. We're just getting started. If you want to keep up with the craziness, so hit subscribe on that YouTube channel right there on below, right there, Hill Brothers. Hit that subscribe button and also go check out our community page. We post every time someone commits, someone transfers, anything that's going on, we post down there in the community section of this YouTube page. Also on our Twitter, also on our Facebook. Go check us out on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Heel Brothers. You'll see the logo. Be sure and go check that out. Hit follow on that. Go to our X and our Twitter. We post everything there. And you guys can keep up with the transfer portal craziness just like us. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go Heels. I'm good.